Greetings. The data in the tables below was extracted from a survey data on employment. We have the three tables here, and the task is create a database named employment to store the data above and also create relationships between the tables. And finally, we're going to use forms to enter data into the tables. Here we have three tables. I'm going to create the data. Okay, the database structure of the three tables. This is how you do it. Go to all applications and select access. Get access, and getting access, get a blank database and give it that name as employment. Choose a new location, and this location should be on the desktop for quick access. Then OK, create. Here you'll be welcome with a new table. You don't need this table. So the next thing is to design the structure of the three tables, starting with employers table. So create the table. We have employee, is it employer, employee ID, short text, employer name, and our employer ID here should be our primary key, which is only made up of only 2 digits. Therefore, field properties should be true, and this table can be saved as employers table. I'm gonna save it. The other one is, okay, let me close this one and create another table, and this table should be employment type. Create, and we have employment. This employment, like this job category, and we have job description. Job category here should be the primary key. Description, okay, category is only made up of three characters per field. Therefore, select job category and set it to be 3 only here. Job description can either casual, temporary, contract, and permanent. Okay, I'm gonna save this one as job description. The job, it is employment type. Sorry, this employment type. I'm gonna save it and then close. The last table is about employee table, made up of name. Then we have name. Okay, no problem. The name, year of birth, employee ID, year of birth, which is a number. We have employee ID, which is also a number. And actually, this employee ID should be our primary key. Then after that, we have employer ID, the person who employs this person, employer ID. And for this data, we are going to look up the ID of this employer from the existing table, employers. Get ID number here. Next. Yeah, that's only the thing we need. And then enable data integrity, and you finish. We have already created a relationship for that table. This is employee table. Again, we have job, okay, employer ID, we are done with this. Job category. And again, for this table, we are going to look up again from another table known as employment type. And from here, we'll pick category of the job. Next, we are going to enable data integrity, and this is how you create relationship actually. And we will be done with the 3 tables and the question requiring us to create relationships. Let us confirm whether the relationship relationships have been actually created from database tools. Relationships already they've already been created. So maybe I modify them and a cascade update related fields, cascade delete related fields or records. Voice here, delete, cascade update related fields, cascade delete related records. So this is how you create relationship. Actually, one of the easiest ways. So what it means is to create input screens for to enter data in the tables. Therefore, I'm going to create 3 input screens for the tables. Start with employee, select the table, go to create, choose. So create form wizard and add all these fields. Next, and this is employee form. Finish. The same applies to employers. Select employers, go to create form wizard, get all the fields here. Next, this employers form, then you finish. Likewise to employment type, go to create form wizard, get all the fields. Next, and this is employment form, and then you finish. So these are the 3 forms. This is how you create the forms. I will design my employee form to make it more appealing I will add buttons to this form, at least a button for adding new record and also for saving. So go to design of the form. I will increase this space, go to form design and get a button, and the first button will be for saving. Once the button is clicked, it should save a record, and I'll call it save. Save is enough. Then to finish, I'll also add another record, another button for allowing me to input a new record. So once the button is clicked, what should happen is add new record. So I'll just call it new. Then next, I finish. So these 2 are enough. The 2 actually are enough. Maybe I apply some formatting to them. Make them rounded, quick style. Any of these can go anyway. Any of these, and hold them. I'm also align them to the bottom, and again by this. That's okay. So that's how you style your form. Now I can open my form it in form view, and this is how it will look like. So I'll do the same for the other forms. So after creating the forms, now I will add this data, employers details, using employers table or form. So employee D1 is 01, and this is Wasike, in caps Wasike. Then save, new, we have 02, and this is Mugua, and we're gonna save, new. Another one is 03, who is caps save, new. So the process goes on and on until we are done with every person in these tables. For employment form, we have the first person to be Eric, and Eric years of birth is 1980. Employee is 13144. Employee ID is just 01. It is only 01. Job category is G. So job category should look here, it is GK4. Then we save new. The new employee is Fred. Okay, Fred, and the year of birth is 1970. Employee ID is 11100, and it should look employee ID from employer table, and the employer of this person is 04, and the job category from all other jobs is GK3. Save new. The last person here is Maro. Year of birth is 1993. Employee ID is 18965, and the employee ID is 02. Job category is JK4. Then it's gonna save, and we shall have fulfilled the demands of this question, which is use forms to enter data into the fields. So that's how you're supposed to do this type of question. You'll find that all the tables have already been filled, all of them, and even the relationships have been created. Okay, so let us proceed to the next question. Generate a report to display the name, year of birth, age, and employer's name for employees who will be over 30 years old by year 2012. So for this question, we are going to create a query with these details, and now after creating this query, we create a report from the query. How? Going to create a query, generate a report. So start with a query. To create a query, go to create, then get a query wizard, and our query wizard should contain the name. So go to the employees and get the name. Should also contain year of birth. Age, we shall calculate age, and employer's name. We shall get employer's name from employer's table. And now it is for employees who will be over 30 years by year 2012. 2012 is when this paper was done. Therefore, first of all, let us calculate the age. And this query shall be called, maybe you can call it age query. So this is how the query will look like. But now we want to find the age of these people. So that means, let me maximize the screen. We will create another age field here. Age full colon, this 2012 minus square bracket year of birth. You can see it right now. 2012 minus year of birth. This is the field year of birth. And then run our query, and you shall see their ages are here. But now, according to the question instructions, we need to have the data of people who will be over 30 years. So back again to our query, you can see we have Wasike, we have J. Eric, we have Anne, we have Fred, Kate, and Brian over 30 years. So go back to the query, and under age group, this is criteria. Here under the age, we need greater than 30 years. So let us run to see who will remain to be here. It's only these guys. So this is the data we need. Therefore close, and now create a report. Yes, and we are going to use a query name as HQ. Next. How do you want to view? Okay, it is okay. So the details you want here, we don't need to sort. can create a landscape portrait, then you can work, then finish. This is what is the name of this report. The report should be, okay, there is no given report, so I'll call it, can give it a name like employee H, then finish. So this is the report we are having. The field year of birth is hidden, therefore I'm going to design it. So reduce the size of the name field and increase the size of the year of birth. It will be visible. That is it. Alignment is left alignment, Control L. Let me see it in report view. Again, go to the design again. Left alignment. It is right. Okay. So this is what we are required to do. But the question is, generate a report. We have already done it. Compute the mean age of employees on the report you created above. Therefore, now we are requested to compute the mean age of this report. Anyway, before we create this mean age, let us first of all align this report to be more presentable. There's name. Let us try to realign these fields. Again, age. Again, let us realign it. And this is how it should look like. And all of this data should be left aligned, make it look good. Control L. All of them should be left aligned. So by view, it will be like this. Now we need the mean age of all of this data here. So to calculate the mean age, go to design view, and now go to report design, group, and sort, and there will be some kind of group in here. So add a group, and the group is by age. And what am I supposed to do with age? I need the totals on age. I need the average. So show grand total at the bottom. Here is our function, average age. So in report view, okay. So you'll find that you already know the age, average. Here is our average here, 38.2 to 8.6. So if this is our age, we need to label it. So design view, add a report design, go to report design and pick a label and attach it here. It is average, bold, and open the report again. So you'll find that average of these people is 38.6 years old. So that is the requirement of our question about that is question B, Roman 2. So the next question was to create what was the next question? It was about to create a query to display the employees and their job description and save the query as M type. Save the query as M type, and this is how you do it. So go to query wizard, this query wizard. This query wizard should contain this from name is I need the name of employment type. I also need the job description. Next, the name is M type. M type. The query will look like that. So the instruction is Roman B, create a pie chart based on the query above and save the report as chart. So to create this chart, we need to go to create and pick a report design, a blank one actually. For section, we don't need this header, only need a blank report. Then under report design, insert a modern chart, which is a pie chart, and specify the area which will be covered by the chart. This is the area by the but now you can select the data source to be a query, which you name it as M type. So by default, this is what we shall be having. If I click name, we shall be seeing the names only, but if I click the job description, this is what we'll be having, and exactly this is what we need. So since I'm done with this point, the next thing is go to report design and activate property sheet format. Under formatting, the chart type is a pie chart. Background, you can set the background to be normal and apply a certain color. For example, this one here, this is how the background will look like. And the border style, you can set it to be sparse dots or dash dots, and it should look like. Apart from that, we can also have a legend, yes, and this legend is by default at the top, but we can send it to the bottom like that. The chart is also a title, yes, and we can change the chart title to be employee proportions, and even change the font type to be Algeria. The chart, it doesn't have a subtitle, but we can add a subtitle, and this subtitle will be, you can call this subtitle colors shows employment proportions in terms of percentage. In terms of percentage, meaning the contract one has got high percentage, while temporary has got smaller percentage. So there are a lot of options you can add, but this one is enough. Supposed to do, and we are going to save this chart as, save it as chart. Then save. So that is what you are required to do in this version. The last one is about printing, and printing is very easy. Just open a table like this, Control P, and select the printer here, and then just print. You just print. Likewise for a chart, Control P, select the printer from this list, and then you just print. Otherwise, thank you for watching the video. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so, and that is the only way you can say thank you to me. Bye.